Hi, my name is Sierra Blackwood, and I'm here to inform you about mental health awareness and why it is necessary in schools. Did you know that suicide is the second cause of death in those ages 10 to 24 years old? There's an average of 3,041 plus attempts every day, like suicide attempts every day, from kids grades 9 to 12. So that's kids in high school, over 3,000 a day trying to commit suicide. When I was in high school, I had a lot of trouble enjoying school because of the stress. It was really stressful trying to balance sports and my academics and a social life. And I felt guilty because I saw everyone else doing this and I thought I was alone in it. I thought I was the only one who was stressing out about things. And I didn't know that everyone around me was going through the same thing. But had there been mental health awareness, I would have known and it would have helped me. So schools have begun implementing mental health programs all across the nation, and I want to speak on what mental health awareness is and why it is important, and I also want to speak on mental illnesses and what those are and how they affect you, and I also want to speak on how schools can implement this and how it will help them. So mental health awareness is used to break down the walls of stigma, and it does this by making us speak about our personal thoughts, personal encounters, feelings that we go through, so that way it becomes more okay and more normal to talk about. People aren't scared to talk about themselves or what they go through every day, and so it kind of just breaks down those barriers and those walls between what's okay and what is touchy. And it also educates others on the mental illnesses, how to spot them and how to get help for themselves and for others. Mental illness is an illness of the brain. It can be caused from chemical imbalances, it can be caused from trauma. Really anything can cause mental illnesses, but the two most common that you see in our society today are anxiety and depression, and it affects 39% of our population of just adults, not including teens, children, just adults alone, it affects 39%. And the symptoms that you'll see whenever you encounter someone who's going through anxiety or depression is they'll lose interest in a lot of their activities, they'll lose their motivation, they seem kind of spacey, they are looking for excuses to not go out, to stay to themselves, and that's when you should reach out to them and try to help them and see what's going on inside their head to help make them feel better and let them know that you are there for them. And it's just kind of the mental health in schools, the mental health awareness in schools teaches kids how to be able to do that so that it becomes a more supporting environment instead of a harsh and stressful one. All schools need mental health awareness because it's the numbers keep growing every day. It's an issue. It's not something that you can ignore anymore. So a lot of schools are needing to implement this in order to help kids, because they may not have a background knowledge of mental health. May not even know what they're going through is completely normal. So this just helps them to know that and to get through it. It can do this, and what the programs will include is interventions for the kids, but not to target them, but to kind of bring out the raw truth and help them get through it instead of just sugarcoating things. It kind of bring it out so they can face it. And it'll also put them in groups to help them socially. A lot of kids do have issues making friends due to anxiety. They're scared of what one might think or anything like that. So it helps them to make friends and to learn to understand each other and to help each other, and recognize when the other person is down or when they're feeling down, and what to do and how to seek help and therapy whenever they're going through that. Stop it right there.